Go, we're talking big.
As close as you get to goalkeeping perfection.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Bruno Fernandes! It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just laughed...
Shot a goal! Struck first time! Lacking in accuracy.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Pau clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Great ball, and he's in here! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Seedorf making good progress on the right-hand side. And the through ball. Well, he's seen that early. He used a certain sixth sense. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Seedorf. Oh, shooting chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Oh, good-looking ball. Well, that looks a decent ball. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Looking for the run, and it's been played through.
Pau really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
It's Dembele! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Gullit never out of the action for very long. That's a shade optimistic. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, nicely intercepted. It's Park Ji-sung. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Now it's Nedved. Now it's Gullit. That is good alertness. Tries to pass it through. Cruyff! And it's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection. Surely! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Pepe did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Nedved. Passing is crisp and sharp. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Couldn't squeeze it through. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nedved. And Zanetti. Now it's Eto'o. Park Ji-sung. Zanetti. Eto'o. That's tidy. And he's got the beating of his man. And a shot! What a wonderful goal! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. It made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Shoots! Oh, good finish! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps
And
additionnel.
yes, and pull it! And the ball's come loose here. Zanetti. Oh, it's Dembele. And he cuts out the supply. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Gullit. Can he get on the end of this? Chance! Well taken goal. And on the stroke of half-time, a priceless goal. And that is all they have time for. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Changement. Le numéro 22, Park Ji-sung.
The second period is on the way.
Le numéro 4.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible. But
Oh, he's been caught in a chance for a shot! Zanetti. Tone different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Pepe defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And this is Dembele. Takes on his marker. Shapes to shoot! And no mistake. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get...
Oh, he's been... Can he finish? And that's in! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Pau cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Bruno Fernandes with the short one. And he shoots! And that would have been some goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Vallecas have their second corner now. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Thuram, the man synonymous with solidity. That's a little off target. Still they trail, and time is ticking away. Seedorf. Great vision. Now that's well seen too.
Pau really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
He's in a... Goes for a shot! Goal! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Vallecas now in a position far more desirable. He's having a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
No, that wasn't kidding anyone.
Well, you can't fault him for his confidence, nor his willingness to have a go at that.
But it's Thuram. Well read, nice interception. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And this is Eto'o. Can he get away here? And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that is exemplary defending.
Well, what can you say about that? Just about everything was stacked against him, and he still came through.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Owen! Oh, what has happened here? And one more try! And he hits the net! Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
That's a nicely weighted pass. And Owen! It's a goal! It's level again! What a match we have!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Changement. Le numéro 8. Sidor.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Vallecas are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape. Certainly when defending, at least.
The Cruyff! Oh, he's done it! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? That is simply terrific, finished with beautiful deftness.
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper, and he won it with a cracking piece of trickery.
And now he has two. Well, they've done the hard part, now to survive the last few minutes.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserved this, but has the opposition enough spirit?
There's the shot! It's and again! And that's a sharp finish! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put
Il y
himself.
aura 6 minutes de temps additionnel.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Mateus.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Probing pass somewhat off target. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Cruyff,
Votre
voted
attention,
man
s'il
of the
vous plaît,
match
chers
and
spectateurs.
deservedly so.
Nous vous rappelons de bien sûr